Wait, we've been through this. Alright, fast forward. So, after the worst hike of our lives, we hung around Fayetteville. If you only looked here and nowhere else, you'd think West Virginia is doing pretty alright for itself. And you'd be wrong. Fayetteville is a tourist trap, a false idol, a mirage to conceal the ugly truth, a cruel and cynical joke upon the people who are desperately clawing at the sky to keep from drowning. They say the Great Depression is over, but you wouldn't know it in West Virginia. Every town and village is in ruin, poverty around every corner, madness stirring in the shadows of the mighty Appalachians. Anyway, we took it easy for the rest of the day. Flatwood was our next stop. It looked more like a trailer park than a town. No monster here, just more bleak rural landscape. It became clear that West Virginia, or at least this side of it, did not have a building that exceeded 3 stories. We actually got a hotel outside of Flatwoods with a beautiful view. I pulled out JD's DARE card and said that I graduated with honors, and the clerk gave us a discount on the hotel. And he gave us a balcony too. So, holy shit. The next day, we had some time to kill before heading back to Fayetteville, so we visited the Summersville Lake and Lighthouse, which kinda blew. I don't know, I wasn't impressed. JD tried breaking into the lighthouse but was attacked by bees. We also stopped in Weston at the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Without spoiling the tour, because I highly recommend it, it really opened our eyes to what 19th and early 20th century mental health looked like. And it wasn't pretty. Unfortunately, we had to dip out halfway like a bunch of plebs so we could rush back to Fayetteville for another tour. Oh yeah, and the town that the asylum is in, Weston, West Virginia, is overrun by a maniacal, annex-crazed authoritarian named Rochelle. Every building has her name on it. We thought we left her tight grip when we drove out, but every other city we passed, we just kept seeing her name, Rochelle, Rochelle, Rochelle. But in all honesty, she's doing a lot of good preserving these buildings, so we'll cut her some slack. As we sped back to Fayetteville, I couldn't help but look around at all the lush mountains and bleak power plants and wonder what West Virginia must have looked like back in the day. This industrial powerhouse of the United States, what did it look like when all these valleys were set ablaze by coal fires and mines and steel plants? I couldn't even imagine what that chaos must have looked like. Probably hell on earth. It was time for the bridge walk, a gentle walk across the underside of the New River Gorge Bridge. They string you up to a harness that's rigged to a grappling system, and you walk along the steel catwalk that's 2 feet wide and 870 feet high. It was really something. The wind made the steel creak and moan. The roar and bouncing of the traffic made the 2-hour walk from one end to the other seem perilous, but we didn't care. It was fun on the bun. We saw clouds move over the hills like sheets of lace. We made it to the other side in one piece and took a bus back. We went to a bar, ate some food, and spent $20 on touch tunes to bomb the restaurant with an hour's worth of country roads before leaving. JD dislocated his shoulder, and I had a good night's rest. The next day, we would be heading to Wheeling. Before we start, let's clear some shit up. No, we didn't go to Blair Mountain. We didn't go to the Uncanny Caverns or Lost World Caverns. We drove past Charleston, but we didn't see the Capitol. We saw Sutton, but not Grafton. There's no Vault 76, and we drove past Morgantown, and we didn't see Woodburn Circle. We saw nothing in the Toxic Valley. We didn't even cross the Savage Divide, and we weren't even near the Mire or Cranberry Bog. But hey, there's always next time. But we did see Moundsville and Wheeling. The West Virginia Penitentiary is in Moundsville, but it was closed. No Brotherhood of Steel. Not yet, at least. We started taking pictures of the same things with different cameras just to see the difference. The difference in the emulsion, the lenses, general mechanics. It was an interesting experiment. Wheeling was pretty fun. They had an island. A bridge built and designed by the same guy who built and designed the Niagara Falls Bridge, which, when we went, you could hear a Johnny Cash cover band across the river playing Ring of Fire. A cemetery built into this gorgeous hill, which was a pain in the ass to not only find, but park as well. And a gorgeous historical district known as Chaplin Street. Wheeling was the last stop before we crossed the Ohio River and ambled up to the pit. But that is a story for another time. Until next time, friends, take care.